I've been here and I'm loving it. So I thought, what must I do today is go back a little bit to the topic that we spoke about last week, sisterhood circle. For those that want to hear, I will give you a little revise from last week what we spoke about. In a world that is as difficult as it is, to be a woman, just to be, you can't do it alone. You need a whole pack, a sisterhood circle. Women that are for you, women that fit into you. It's something that I have, and it's something that I want to share. It's something that I want each and every woman here to have, So I spoke last week about the women in my life, and then I thought to myself, this week I need to make it real too, by also highlighting certain individuals that I've seen within the space. So to give you a context that what I have in my life is here. It's here. It's not something that is unique for me. It's already here. But you need to pray for yourself. Pray so that you're able to see the many gifts that God has bestowed upon you around you. So I'll first start with my friends, and then I'll show you that these women exist, even in this case, right? So the first woman I spoke about last week, I spoke about my friend a queen, she is one of those incredibly ambitious women. She's currently living in New York, high-rise building, that kind of thing. And the thing that draws me to this woman is her kindness. Oftentimes, women that have high positions, women that have carved the way, often find into these women, to some extent, because they've been around all of this masculine energy, that they possess some of it, right? And they are hard, and they're not easy to go to and start a conversation. And what makes this woman special is that Ubelegas is kind. Before you can describe her as anything else, you first say kind. As ambitious as she is, her kindness far exceeds. Her kindness far exceeds her ambition, so it makes the ambition itself attractive. You want to be like her because of how she is as a human. And so her aspirations make you believe that even you can reach it. And our dynamic works as she recently had a 40th birthday. She came down to Cape Town. She's lived all around the world. And what she did on her 40th is that she invited friends of hers from all around the world. People of her caliber, people that are change makers in the world, people in high positions. And then she also invited me. What I do is this, I serve queens. That's what I do, that's what I'm proud to do with my life. And she brought me into this situation with these people. Not once did I ever feel that I am that friend, the one with the least amount of money. She's not that person. Everyone is someone. Everyone has a place. Everyone is treated to the same level of respect and dignity. And so when you look at her as a leader, you want to aspire to be like her because the traits of who she is as a person is what's attractive. Her title is neither here nor there. The traits that she has as a leader are attractive. And then I spoke to you about my friend Buhei. I said Buhei was the first woman to show me gentleness. To show me, because as a woman of color, I said this, is that, we expected to have the whole world, on our shoulders. And we expect it from other women as well. We are insensitive. It will be, even if there's a line at the bank, right? Men are more likely to move out of the way for a pregnant woman than a woman is likely to move for a pregnant woman. But we know the hardship of pregnancy. We know that a person can die. We know that. We know the pain. But men will move and we won't. So there's a thing even with us that we believe that other women can carry weight and they must. So Hayley was the first woman who said, I don't like this weight on you. Because we worked in an environment where I worked under a woman who was hard on me when I got pregnant. She was so incredibly hard on me. And Hayley had also worked under the same woman. But what she did is every week Hayley made sure to go to my office, knowing full well that her being there is going to be looked at in a very, this would make her feel uncomfortable for being there. And she went anyway. She's like, we'll be uncomfortable together, my friend. What I can't do is allow you to be uncomfortable by yourself. And then when she saw that that situation wasn't serving me, she started looking for solutions for my life in her own world. And that's how I met my business partner, Uzoe. Uheli went and fetched Uzoe for me. She wanted for me a future that was warmer and kinder for me than the environment that I was in. Amen. She showed me gentleness. She treated me with gentleness. When I gave birth to my child in N1 City, Uheli, who lives in Bishop's Court, was there. Was one of the first people there to make sure that I was okay. The next woman I speak of is Aisha. Aisha is my best friend. Aisha is the reason why my relationship with God is the way it is. She continuously checks me. She checks me spiritually. I spoke about her last week. I told you she's the one who taught me spiritual hygiene. Muslim woman that I'm talking about, right? And she taught me spiritual hygiene. She was like, Musi, you can't just be moving back and forth. If you are going to go into a space where you are going to give of your love, there must be things that you do in your own life to give yourself love before you go there. And then after you leave Posmo and you've given of your love in Posmo, you need to go somewhere else after that will pour into you before you go home. You can't go home dry. And I learned this from this woman, a woman who does not share the same religion as me. And we sit up from time to time for hours talking about religion. Never once at length, but every time I learn something new. And she every time learns something new from me. Then I spoke about my friend Sherry. Sherry is like, girl, she will go anywhere and everywhere with me. If we party, she's there. If I'm crying, she's there. If I'm saying this morning we're gonna have to go cry for the Queens of Female Center of Excellence, she's there. And those that have been to Queen Angosizana's house when she had the bride, they will know it was me and my friend Shirley who was lighting the fire. So Queens can eat. We all need the kind of friend who is there for you no matter the occasion.
Yes. Jim?
And then there's Uzo. Uzo is the one that I met through. Uzo is my business partner. She's now one of my closest friends. And when we started, we were not friends. And we had no intention to be friends. We were doing business, right? We were doing business. But through the ins and outs of business, through the hardships of business, she got to see my character. She got to see what kind of woman am I when I am angry. She got to see what kind of woman I am with her when I'm disappointed. And that is where our relationship came from. Seeing that no matter the hardship we find, I never turn my back. It's us against them. And that gave the confidence. And that gave, the relationship. And also there's an age gap between Uzo and I. So often I had to not only move as a business partner, but because I'm older than her by quite a few years, at times I had to step back like a big sister and allow her room to shine. Because in your 20s you want to shine as often as you can, but in your 30s you don't really care about it. You know who you are. You don't need the spotlight. You are the spotlight. And then the last relation, two more. Felicity, my neighbor. What I haven't mentioned about Felicity is that Felicity has a daughter as old as I am. Felicity has a daughter as old as I am. But Felicity is one of my closest and dearest. Again, this morning, Felicity is the person responsible for having dropped my child at school. Again, when I had my periods at the beginning of the week, Felicity, I didn't cook for 2 days because she knew I had my periods, so she brought food to my house as if I'm a broken bird. You need someone. But I first had to be vulnerable in that situation. In order for me to get that friendship with Felicity, I first had to be vulnerable. I had to be the neighbor that knocks at the door and says, I don't have much, this is what I have. I've got this leftover slice of cake, I'm not going to finish it, you can have it. Then I'll go and knock at another game, like, are you okay? Did you guys wake up well this morning? And then I'd go and knock another morning and be like, I don't have sugar, can I have a spoon of sugar? You have to show vulnerability. You have to be able to be present for others, to get presence in your own life. And then last but not least, I spoke of the Queen. And I said that this woman, without knowing me, without ever having heard me speak not once, saw something in me that inspired me to want to be what it is that she sees. Yeah? She didn't know me. We didn't whatsoever, but she saw something in me. And having to have a woman see something in you is different. It's different and it inspires. Can I tell you, guys, the amount of things I have to go through to study? Guys, I'm not studying. I go online and I have to read up things. I have to read books and I have to read the Bible and I have to engage with other women so that I can stand here and be able to say something of value. The work that I put in for me is nothing because a woman saw something in me that no one else had ever seen before. So now let's make it personal. Let's bring it home. Yeah? Let's make it personal. So I spoke of a leader with kindness. You heard me speak about that. Mrs. Anton, guys. Mrs. Anton, guys. Is that not a queen within this part? That's in leadership? That is kind? That is gracious?
Oh, yes.
Yes. And sometimes you can't want to look for everything in a person.
Yeah.
Work with the one thing. Teach me how to be a leader within my community.
Yes.
Teach me how to be a leader, within the church. Mama Anton, teach me. Ask that woman's time every 2 weeks, maybe for 15 minutes, and sit with her. Learn something from that woman, I'm telling you. Uhei was my soft landing place. So there are queens that within the space have my number. The ones that don't have my number because they don't want my number. Because my number is for everyone. So the queens that engage with me, because other people don't have that confidence to stand there and talk, yeah? So they will send me voice notes. Some will send voice notes via, and it eventually gets to me, right? So through those via voice notes, I got to realize there is an ABS development of experience. And then she's, wow! There is a woman who was going through hardship and said the level of kindness and patience and prayer. From that, their queen. That they must have, right? That is there's a woman who knows how to be gentle with other women when they go through hardship. You better get closer to her. If you're going through hardship, that might be the person.
Yes.
She's got the patience. But you know what you're going to do? You're going to bring her something. Because she must get money. She can't get the sauce that keeps on. You understand? So you might have to go to Queen Anana to teach you how to bake so you can bake this one something. Utilize the resources around you. Do you know there's a baker here? Yes. And for me, the one person that I share with my friends is that old Anna. The person for me that I had that kind of energy, or I received that kind of energy in the space for me would do Nandi. Nandi is that girl that will go with you wherever you need to. Nandi is that person that will go with you where you need to go. Are you heartbroken? Go to Nandi. Are you needing to go somewhere with a funeral? Check to Nandi. Do you want to be fashionable? That's nice. You might still want to check to Nandi. You see? And so now I want to make a practical example. I want to make a practical example with this next one. And I apologize in advance to this person, right, for doing this to them. But I have to do this because I want to do a practical example. Worship, please, there's no one with this level of consistency. So I'm telling you that all of you here, there is something in common with this woman. Meaning that you can have tea with this woman once a week and the topic is just me and you guys will not have another conversation. Am I lying? You don't need to talk about anything else outside of me because the common thing that you guys have in common with her is me. I don't know anything else in the conversation as you're talking about me. You might find out an additional thing about her that draws you. And that's how how you create friendship. You create friendship with the one thing you have in common. There's no one who's heard my talk more than this woman next to me. So if you want to know more about how I move and the talk, this might be the person you want to book and I'm going to say, and I thank you. So guys, there's mornings where, we go through things in our own homes, like things that are just crazy. Like my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, what happened is her mother has been raising her brother's child, who's a 5-year-old girl, right? And in this week, the brother burned the house with the mother and the daughter inside on purpose. He did it on purpose. So sometimes we have to come here and already broken, right? But we still need to stand here and do what's required. So all I'm asking, right, if you're having one of those moments, one of those mornings, right, before you start, come here 10 minutes earlier and find this one. Find this one and get her to play with you. To give you the energy. She will not say no. One thing I know is that she won't say no. If you are saying to her, you bring your favorite topic and it's God, and you say, all I'm asking you to do is pray for my friend today. And that's all you need to say. And I assure you, she'll do it. Do you see the gems around you? Do you see why I say to you continue to pray for yourself? To pray for your ego? Because the answers are around you, and the only thing that's preventing you from having a sisterhood is you. Because when you look at worship, you see what you see, and you don't see what you should be seeing. That's my friend right now. So I hope I brought this closer to you guys. Like, and for me, there's someone here outside of this business that all I need to do is just see her and I'm okay. Like, I just, the one time I think it was an event here in Cosmo at the hall. It was for offenders, right? And it was a semi-serious situation, right? But the little bit of music that played, wow, sit on. Yes. Are we trying to control it? You guys work with a wife like that every day. And that's the vibe she brings by just simply being herself. Yes. Do you see the beauty in being yourself? Yes. Like every little song, and so every time they would sing something, I'll just look at the back and she's like, what? She's like, what? Doing her work. Yes. But doing her work. Because it's her time, it's her life, and the song she likes. So she's gonna dance, man. You all need a person that light. Because life is so heavy. Right? And then, guys, there's a woman here who has rebuilt herself with gentleness. Yeah? Who's learned to be kind to herself, who's put on goals for herself. She's achieved them. I believe for any woman here who's my age, you do yourself so much good. Consult. Wow. You do yourself so much good. To learn how to be gentle with yourself. That's the person. Yes. That's gems, man. Female sense of excellence. That's gems. And guys, there'll be times when I can't come. Not because I don't want to. Whenever I don't come here, it's because there's certain things that happen within the space, and sometimes you guys can't sit like this, and so I can't come. But there's someone that I had speak the one time, and she's not here today, right? Someone my height or shorter, but man, the God in her, the this is what I do, and I love doing it. I feel privileged to do it. And I brought gifts. I brought gifts. So these are more, there's nothing inspiring about this book. It's a nice romantic summary. Get your mind out of it. Because I know we are during a very busy period. You know, and I know the conditions of this place tend to cramp up. You know? So when you have a moment with yourself, you can give yourself lightness in the form of a reading, you know? And I thank you for the opportunity to stand here with you. I thank you for your prayers. I can see them in my life. I can see them in my life. I can feel your love in my life. The way things are working out in my life, the way things come to me. That's not me. It's because I have more than one woman praying. I want that for you. I want more than one woman praying. That's what I want for you. But in order for you to get that, you're going to have to wait.